So I'm going to kind of show you guys how I print my cowhide, since that's the one I'm going to work on. And you'll need your prep cup. Wow, I can't talk. Your prepped cup, any size. I'm doing a 10 ounce here. You're going to need some waterslide paper, which this is the kind I use. It's backwards, I know, but it's the paper centric waterslide. It actually comes in a 20 pack. Comes with 20 sheets. It usually, the old ones I used to get used to only come with 10 sheets, and I got tired of that. So I ordered one that had double the sheets. And it was actually cheaper than the 10 pack. And then I like to use a hairdryer, speed things up. And your computer, of course. So I'm going to take you off of here. I'm going to flip you around so you guys can see. So I'm just in Publisher. And I want, which pattern do I want? Hey, Brady. Let's do, kind of want to do something that's going to contrast. Let's do this one. Alright, so when I put it on here, I did it 4 separate little pictures, and I mirror imaged 2 of them. It is the easiest way, thanks. And that is the easiest way for me to print this out. I do 4 separate pieces. 2 of them are mirrored for the first one, just because I find it's easier to wrap my cup that way. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to print it. I'm going to load my paper while you guys are right there. Load my paper in, shiny side down for my printer. Every printer's different. Okay. So I go into my printer properties. This is the best way for me to do it. Any waterslide, any image, really. I make sure I go down to photo printing borderless. I change my paper size to A4 and make sure that my quality is set to best. Then I click OK. And then I will print this out. It's going to take a minute for it to print out. So I think with mine I'm going to be doing a glitter at the bottom, just to see how this wraps. Oh, my printer's acting weird. So I printed it a little tall, so that'll be okay because you can mess with it. So now that it's printed out, I'm going to take a shortcut here. I have a little hair dryer here, my little Mika hair dryer, and I'm going to dry it. So now that that's dry, I'm going to hit it again with the hair dryer again. And then I will go in, and I have Rust-Oleum 2 times clear gloss. This is what I seal all my water slides with. So I'm going to hit this again. Okay, so it's all dry now. I can tell because it's not sticky as I'm touching it. That's how I know it's dry. I find that the hairdryer is your best hack when doing water slide because I hated doing it and just waiting. I mean, wait and wait and wait. And I'm impatient and I like to do things and I like to do it now. type of thing. So the next thing I'm going to do, I have my cup here, all prepped and primed and prepped. And then I'm going to cut out my cowhide. So this is the water slide version of the cowhide. I know when I did that last tutorial, it was tattoo paper. But this time, I'm actually going to use the water slide. So I'm just going to cut right along the bottom. Of course, it doesn't have to be perfect because this is clear water slide. But it's just the way I'm going to do it. And then I also like to take my water slides and I cut them in 4s. I always cut the pattern in 4 just because it's a little easier to lay on the cup. So I will cut my ends off here. They've never seen me do this before. Oh, so they're in for a treat. I actually sell the cowhide image on my Etsy shop. It's actually a pack of 7 different patterns, all very like high DPIs. So you can size them any way you want and it's not going to distort the image. I will put a link to that once I finish the video up. But it is on my Etsy shop if you look up sunflower tumblers. Sunflowers in the flower, of course. And it is on there. It's $6.50, but if you want and don't want to have the hassle of printing it out yourself, I will print it out for an extra fee. There is an add-on on my shop for any of the water slides that I sell. I will print them out for if you would like. That is completely up to you. I actually just did an order, so that's going to be going out tomorrow. So I'm just folding this in half and just kind of creasing it at the top here. And then I'll do it again. I just don't want my images to stick together. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to fold this in half. Not all the way. Crease the top. And then do the same thing on the other side. It kind of just gives me the middle for each one. Hey, Brandy, after you said, where is everybody? Like, the views just went up. So, hey, that works. So, cowhide, I'm going to just cut right in half. So then I have the 2 images. And then I'm going to cut it in half again. Just because I find that it's actually easier to wrap your cup when you do it this way and do it in 4s. It's easier to wrap around. I would measure how tall your cup is in the area that you want to have the cowhide, and then go from there. And I always make it a little bit longer than needed. So I'm going to start with my middle 2 images here. Let's see, bring it this way. So I'm going to start with these 2 here. So I'm going to start with the first one. I'm going to put it in my water. I'm kind of backwards here, so I'm going to put the water here. This is the glitter I'm going to use with it. This is called Candlelight. There's a Dabbler. So I'm just going to start by doing that. I got my squeegee. This is another necessity for doing water slide. I also sell these on my glitter website as well too. They're just a different shape. They're more of like a flat top and a triangle. You can get a pack of 3 of them if you'd like, or you can get them individually. I'm just waiting for him to walk in and ask that question. He always does. I'm going to kind of keep those out of the way because it's water slides, so it gets kind of messy. Alright, then I'll take my cup and my image. The reason how I know that it's ready to slide off is when you can literally slide it right off the paper. Just like that. So I'm going to straighten that piece back out. And I'm going to kind of use the paper as a guide. So I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom because I am going to put glitter on this. So I'm going to start it to where the top is kind of even with everything. And I'm going to just slide it right off. Grab a hold of a section and just peel and slide the back off at the same time. And the reason I say to do it in sections is because, oops, not only does that move on me, but it's easier to get the image to lay down flat. Then I take my little silicone brush here, little squeegee, and it kind of helps get any wrinkles and bubbles out.
Get another color.
Chop it. Oh, shopping. Right, I wish.
No.
I'm just going to maneuver this on here. And I'm not too picky about this because this is going to be my own cup. But I'm just going to get it on there so that it kind of, my top's going to hang over a bit. If I need to lift it up, I can. And I can lay it back down if there's a crease, like there was. And then I look at it from the side and I kind of just take this. I don't know where my paper towel is. Alan took it out. Yeah, that happens. Just because I'm impatient, okay? If you let it dry a little longer, the color won't come off.
Not
I know, Brandy, you're not that far away. But I don't keep all of my glitters in stock just because there's so many of them. I do wish to one day be able to do that, but I'm going to need like 20 grand just to get it all.
That's a lot.
There's 900 colors.
Really?
There's over 900 different colors. So I'm just playing with this. You can lift it up. It's not like tattoo papers, like where once it's down, it's down. The water slide, you have a little bit more of a give, I want to say, with it. And then I just run my finger over it as well too. It's a little bit easier and you can really still get some of the bumps out. So that's just the first. It's not the prettiest little thing ever, but who cares? It's my cup. So now that that's on there, I'm going to find the next piece, which is this one right here. Elena, the water slide is some of my favorite to play with because you can just play around and you can find totally different things to do with it. So, but it's fun. I don't know when I'm going to do on Monday.
How are the geodes?
I've done 3 geodes already.
What have a few only done for them?
I don't know. We got to think about what we can do for Monday's tutorial. Yeah. Because
I'm going to be here.
Yeah. I don't know yet. I guess we'll find out when it gets closer.
Yeah, because you've done a lot of things and I don't think there's really any more patterns that you could do with there.
Oh, there's other types of cups and stuff, like. And then I'm going to take my other water slide here. I'm going to line it up right next to it. Oops. That happens too. It doesn't want to come off the paper. So I'm going to line it right up next to it. And you can maneuver it around, which is kind of fun and nice too with the water slide. Like I'm not too worried about this whole scene. Because like I said, it's fine. And sometimes cowhide is never perfect. And if you really wanted to do like a full wrap, all you have to do is measure your cup from its height and then take like a fabric tape measure and wrap around it at Northern Lights. I've never done a Northern Lights because I haven't done mica. I guess I could try it and we could see if it's a tumbler fail or not. Like my crackle was.
But you have a crackle.
Yeah, that's what was under this.
Just like that.
That pink and gray one, yeah, that's supposed to be a crackle, but my crackle paint did not want to work.
It looks pretty cool how it is though.
Yeah. So I'm just applying it. Again, there will probably be seams, but I don't care. I think with this kind of pattern, though, the seams make it more realistic. I think. And you can kind of play with it, too. Like, if you really wanted to get rid of it, you could. So there's number 2. See what I mean? Like, there's the seam right there.
Come here, buddy.
Waylon.
There's my puppy.
Don't bite me.
We all love it.
Waylon. He's getting so big.
Hi, buddy. Oh, thanks. Alright, and now I'm going to find my next one. And sometimes it really doesn't matter. So, I just kind of line them up because I'll probably have 2 more on here. And it's only really going to where I'm not covering this down here. You could and do like a full-on thing, but I didn't measure it. I just kind of printed it out. But, like I said, measure your height. And then go from one point all the way around it at your widest point on your cup. Especially if you're doing a tapered cup. And then just print out your image that way on like a full sheet. And then you could literally lay a piece down and just wrap it the rest of the way. And that just popped up. So for example, this just popped up here. Right there. I don't know if you can see it. Popped up. I'm just going to wet my finger and lay it back down.
Outside.
There's like a grasshopper or something outside. Yeah, he's only 3 months old.
Ain't adorable.
Only 3 months old.
And you just licked the inside of my mouth somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Waylon, you're disgusting.
What happens when there's a puppy?
Ow, don't play. Ow! That hurt.
Alright, so same type of concept. Gonna line it up to the side here. Hold in the middle and pull the paper out from underneath. And then you can go in and adjust. Water slide moves pretty easily if you have it primed properly.
Ow, don't bite, Waylon.
He's a puppy.
I
Yep,
know.
puppy breath. Exactly, Brandy.
But it still hurts. Stop eating my new shirt, weirdo. Yeah, there you go. Go behind the chair.
Hi, buddy. What are you doing?
He's like, Mom,
No.
I'm not getting in the scene here.
Come on.
He's so adorable.
He's used to sitting behind me like that, though, when I'm sitting here doing paperwork and stuff.
That was not a good idea.
No, because he'll get you if you do that.
He's adorable.
Like I said, I'm not worried about the line at the bottom really matching at all because I'm going to cover that with some pretty glitter.
Kevin, why are you talking weird?
Because I am. Because that's just how I talk sometimes.
Okay.
This is how we get it from movie.
Hi, Mr. Waylon.
You should call him Waylon James.
Yeah.
Waylon Jennings.
Why not Waylon James? I like Waylon James better.
A pit and a husky? I want to see pictures.
Oh,
Oh, I want to see pictures so bad.
What kind of dog is
A pit. Her dog just had puppies. A pit bull and a husky.
Aww.
A husky. Pusky. A husky? A husky? I don't know.
A husky?
Husket? A husket. There you go. A husket.
Ow!
A husket. That's what we're going to call them. Alright, so here's the last section right here. It's a little, it's not as wide as our photo, but that's okay. What you can do if you wanted to is kind of figure out how wide to go, and you can, you know, there's like spots where you could fill in, like right here I could put another piece if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to do this. A pitsky. Ah. A pitsky.
What in a husky?
Hey, don't bite my shirt. You just got this shirt. How are you biting it?
I just got this shirt. He's trying to eat it.
What are you doing?
He's in the biting phase.
And it hurts.
I'm in the United States.
Hey! Stop.
Ma, pay some attention to me.
Stop. That face sometimes. He's a red healer, so.
and Alan's dog is a blue
Yep,
one.
we're gonna have an extra person here in a second.
Alright.
Hi. Busy. But what's up? That's my boyfriend, by the way.
Can you edit that?
No, it's live.
We can't even see him though.
No, you just can see like his chest down back there.
Yeah, that's my boyfriend.
That's your brother.
No, I'm not talking about you. You're like, yeah, that's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
We only got 30 minutes and then we need to go to campus.
Okay.
Alright.
Will we be done in 30 minutes yet?
Oh yeah, we're not far from being done.
But glitter, remember?
We don't have to do the glitter tonight with this. It's gotta dry.
You have a mini bow dryer.
So I'm just lining up my last piece here.
Now we're there.
Who knows?
Look at Alan.
Probably getting into the cat food.
And eating it again.
Probably.
Yeah, yesterday he had a mouthful of cat poop.
You did that earlier today too.
He got it all over me. Yesterday.
Here?
No, yesterday. When we were at home.
That wasn't cat food. Poop.
What was it?
That was butterscotch's poop.
Yeah. And it was good. He rubbed it all over me.
He like rolled in it.
Yeah, and then he tried to jump on me. And he had it in his mouth too, and then he licked it.
Alright, so I just laid the last piece. I have a towel right here, but I think and then I just kind of go in and I pat it dry a little bit. Yeah, should have seen it earlier. I was trying to spray paint this cup out the window of my laundry room, and there's a pretty big drop. So it kind of fell off and landed on the ground.
Wait, there is? Pretty big drop?
Yeah. So, alright, so we got it wrapped in 4 different sections. Just like that. It's not 100% perfect, but you know what? It's my cup.
And she does what she wants with it.
Yep. So you can go in and kind of maneuver it around however you would like. I actually did a black and white of this one for my boyfriend's niece's wedding, but I flipped it and I did this at the rim and then did glitter, and then went from that way, from there. So my next step will be glitter, and then just laughing at him.
What would you do?
Nothing. So I'm going to go through, I'm just taking my finger and just checking for any air bubbles that may be on here and pushing them down, basically.
No, you could use it.
I could, but I like my finger.
You
I've
like
done
it.
this for so long that I just use my finger. Because then I can really get it out of there. And then I will take my scissors, because I have overhang around the rim, and I will cut that overhang off. You cut that off, and then you can go back through and continue to make sure that it lays flat. And whatever you don't get, I mean, you'll get it off when you do your rims at the end of your epoxies and everything, so not too worried about it. Let's go around. Yeah, and then I just push it back down on the edges. So, I'm going to take out football here to do that. Yeah, it's just how I do it. So. And just go back over. I wet my finger a little bit too in some areas. Just to make sure that it lays. There, we got it. Water slide. So, and it's basically like the same kind of concept with other kind of designs as well too. You basically just, you know, cut around it. Don't make it. So I'm gonna let this dry a little bit, and then I'll probably go back through. And I use Loctite, or this is actually the Hobby Lobby spray adhesive. That's what I use to do the glitter part, which I could actually do it, but I need that box right over there. Going to put it, yeah. I'm going to put it at my feet so I spray into something instead of on the floor, because last time I did that, I had it all over the bottom of my feet. And then it's glue.
Glue?
It's spray glue, yeah. So then I just take, I like spray adhesive better than Mod Podge, actually, especially for this kind of thing. Mod Podge, whatever. I spray right around the bottom rim. It doesn't. Then I'm going to sprinkle. And that covers the bottom seam. Then I'm going to do bottom. Like that. Just a little bit of something at the bottom. Make sure that this is dry up here at the top. I just saw a bunch of beads of water. So I do a couple coats of glitter. That's why I like the spray adhesive, because I can go right back in and spray another coat. You hear my cat meowing. I always hold it closer to the bottom rim when I want to get more coverage. And then I bring my arm up when I want to sprinkle it and kind of fade it. And this is how I do my ombres too. That was beach mode.
How can you tell? You know, like, you know them
There we go. So I have my glitter into my cowhide with water slide. So I will just let this dry a little bit. I'll probably seal it and just let it dry overnight before I apply any epoxy to it. And then I'll probably just put my name on it or something, or just leave it blank. So it all is just up to you after that. So alrighty guys, I'm signing off. And we will figure out what we're going to do for next week.
Yep.